Next, on the spot. Rich is on vacation, but Jeff and the Ryans have a great show for you today. We kick things off by browsing the web on our PSPs. Justin Calvert is coming by with his 6 guns out for a demo of Darkwatch, and Brian Ekberg zipping up his leathers and getting ready to hit the track with MotoGP 3. Plus, we infiltrate the Delta Force Black Hawk Down launch event, take home the award for best coverage of G4A 2005, and call dibs on all the toys on Rich's desk. Hey, that's what he gets for leaving us alone, live and on the spot. Welcome to On the Spot. I'm Rich. Oh, wait. No, I'm not.
You're not Rich Gallup.
I'm not. It's okay. I'm Ryan Davis,
Yeah.
and this is senior editor Jeff Gerstmann.
Hey, what's going on?
Rich is on vacation.
Yeah,
I think he's touring with Aerosmith.
I think so, yeah.
I think that's the deal. So we're holding it down. We've got Ryan McDonald over at the standing set. What's up, dude? So first thing off the bat this week, the PSP update.
Yeah, the PSP firmware update came out in Japan as promised, and 2.0 is a much bigger update than they've released up to this time.
So the biggest new thing in the 2.0 update is the web browser.
Yeah, totally.
So you can totally just browse the web now. There was that weird hack in Wipeout Pure before,
right,
where you could like go through a proxy server.
Yeah,
and
you could do all kinds of crazy stuff if you wanted to with Wipeout Pure, but now it's real, it's here, and it works on North American PSPs, which is perhaps the most surprising thing.
Was that not the case with the previous?
No, previous
updates?
ones did too, but since this one was such a major update, and also apparently they're not releasing the US version of this update for a little while. Normally, you know, these updates kind of come out the same day or a day later, something like that. The US one still hasn't materialized, but this Japanese one does work. Though that might void your warranty or break it, or who knows, you know. Disclaimer.
But you can just if you've got the USB cable, you just jack it in there, load it up onto your PSP, and you're looking at web pages. Now, web pages look really good on this thing
web
too.
Pages, I mean, it's definitely a benefit of the screen, and you might not be able to see it real good here, but this is the site that's up in Korea that's actually formatted specifically for the PSP, and you know, they've basically made a site that is this exact shape. And they have buttons that go to different things. You can download MP3s directly. So like if you have a website that has MP3s on it, you can click on them, download them to the memory stick, and then go right over to the music menu and start playing them.
Hey Jeff.
Yeah.
We actually did that on your website. We
went we
went to the Midnight Brown. I think we actually have footage of the Midnight Brown website with you guys up there, and we actually went and grabbed the MP3, and sure enough, it shows it, and it downloads right to the memory stick, puts it in the music, you know, the MP3 folder, and boom.
Do you know if it works with video? That's the one thing I haven't tested
well,
yet.
That's the interesting thing is, like, you know, we looked at it everywhere. I mean, the funny thing is there just isn't really the MPEG-4 video out there that's just available on a website.
Right.
I mean, even Sony's Connect site have them in zip files. But the cool thing is what you can do with those files. You can download them, and it puts them in what is like a common folder, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And that folder just sits there. So what the cool thing is you can do is if you're browsing on the go and you see a file that you want to grab, you can grab it, and then when you get home, of course, then you can transfer it to your PC. So I guess that's what the thought is there.
Yeah. So you got temporary storage if you're out at a hot spot chilling, as I'm known to do.
There's
and you find some crazy files. Yeah. So yeah, look at that. You just hit it, and it'll download the file directly. And you can start playing it.
And there's also like wallpaper stuff. There's some changes they've
made.
Like
basically any image that you encounter on a web page or any image that's on your memory stick, you can make that the background of your PSP if you want, or you know how it changes color every month.
Right. The whole background.
Right. You can just lock it to one color if you want, which is pretty cool.
Excellent, because I like the color orange an awful lot.
Yeah, totally. So that level of rotation is pretty sweet.
Very cool. Well, this is a neat little update. We're hoping to see more of this, obviously, in the U.S. We'll get this update soon. They haven't announced an official...
You know, there's word going around that it's going to be August 10th. I don't know if that's an official word or if people just pulled, you know, some date out of somewhere and made something up or not, but we'll have to wait and see. The fact that it's, you know, not happened already makes me think that maybe it'll be like 201 or some kind of further update that they'll also release in Japan or something like that. It's hard to say.
Either way, though, no official word from Sony.
Right.
But speaking of the PSP, GameSpot Hardware earlier this week put up a feature comparing all the different PSP screen protectors.
Yeah.
Now, you know how important those are because the screen on your PSP, I don't know if you ever play it, you get your finger a little bit too much into the screen, you just get this big, greasy spot on your screen.
You know about the problems I've had with greasy screens.
Oh, dude, you have some serious-ass greasy screen problems. Well, my man Ryan McDonald actually put together a little video feature to complement this, and we've got it right here, so check it out.
Hi, I'm Carrie Guscos. I am the newest member of the GameSpot editorial team, and I'm here to tell you about PSP screen protectors. We've got 4 that we're looking at right now today, and we're just going to give you a chance to let you know which of the screen protectors do the best job of guarding your PSP. We had some of the GameSpot hardware guys get together and put these PSP screen protectors to the test. They are all pieces of plastic, but there is actually a pretty noticeable difference between the quality of some of them. So we're going to tell you which ones are, better for you and which ones aren't. So one of the screen protectors we looked at was made by Intech. Sort of one of the good things about the Intech screen protector is that it comes with both a squeegee and a cleaning cloth. Now, some of them come with only the squeegee, some of them only come with the cleaning cloth. Well, the point of the squeegee is actually to make it really easy to apply, so you just put it on and you squeegee it out, and that pushes all of the air bubbles out. And the cleaning cloth is just to keep it protected from smudges. As for the Intech screen protector, I'd say the best thing about it is that it's resistant to scratches. It's not 100% foolproof, but you're actually going to not get as many scratches onto the screen protector itself, which means that you won't see the scratches on the screen protector or on your PSP, so it won't get in the way of that. But we did have some problems with it. It was probably the flimsiest of all of the screen protectors, and we had some problems with it keeping it on the PSP and making it stick there. And also when we applied it, we noticed there were quite a bit of air bubbles, even with the squeegee that they provide. Next up is the Mad Catz screen protector. Now, the thing about Mad Catz is that the screen protector isn't sold separately, which means that if you're going to buy it, you're going to have to buy it in one of those Mad Catz accessory kits for the PSP. So the thing we found out about the Mad Catz screen protectors is that there are two different kinds out there on the market. One comes with the Batman Begins accessory kit, and that's actually the one that we thought was the best because that comes with a squeegee. And Mad Catz was really clear. It worked out pretty well. I would say the biggest complaint with the Mad Catz screen protector is that it was pretty easy to scratch. So there were smudges and they would come off pretty easily, and overall the picture quality was good, but it scratched a little more than some of the other ones. So we also looked at the Pelican PSP screen guard, and that one didn't really meet many of our criteria. It was pretty easy to apply, but it ended up causing a lot of problems to the screen. It was grainy, it was darkened the image a little bit. Just all in all, the experience wasn't that good. This is the Hori screen protector, and this is by far the best one that we looked at. And as you can see, it looks pretty clear. You actually can't really tell that it's there. There's a couple of smudges, and this one does smudge a little bit, but the great thing about it is that it's completely scratch resistant. Well, again, not completely, but it is scratch resistant and it reduces the glare. So there are 4 screen protectors on the market right now that we think are really worth taking a look at, but there's only one that rises above the rest, and that's the Hori PSP screen protector. You'll find that it's clear, it generally wards off scratches, you can wipe the smudges off, you might have to do that a little more than you'd like, but you're pretty happy with the experience as it keeps your PSP looking as beautiful as you expect.
And that was Carrie. She did an awesome job. She is super cool. You got a chance to talk to her about features and stuff?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of features, you have Darkwatch sitting here, which is one of the coolest games I've seen, at least recently.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
But do you want to go ahead and jump into it? Because I do have a few questions on the PSP stuff. And I know Jeff is itching to answer some of those questions,
okay.
Right, Jeff?
Fire it away, dude.
So one of my first questions was Bobby Ohlers from Montgomery Village, Minnesota, or Minneapolis, sorry, or that's Maryland.
The show me state.
Yes, it's like, yeah. But he wanted to know, he wants to basically, he's got a real long question. Bobby wants to know, basically, are we going to fix GameSpot so it works on the PSP browser a little bit better, or what? Do you know?
Right now, yeah, it doesn't work so hot. You'll see like an out-of-memory error because, I mean, it's just a PSP. It's not a PC, man. It can't handle the power of GameSpot. Right now, if you go to wap.gamespot.com, you'll find a version of GameSpot that'll work a little better with your PSP. And, you know, we're talking, maybe we'll develop something else. You never know.
Right on. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And now, sir, can we check out some Darkwatch? Looks like you got it up and running.
Yeah, I'm in a graveyard full of skeletons and zombie cowboys right now.
So zombies?
Zombies.
Yeah, it's never been done in a game before.
So for the folks that don't know, can you tell us a little bit about Darkwatch and what it's all about?
Sure. You play, it's set in like the Wild West, and you play a train robber called Jericho, and at the start of the game you go to rob a train, and it turns out there's a train owned by the Darkwatch, which is like this secret society that hunts vampires, and you accidentally unleash some awful evil on the world, and that's why all these skeletons and stuff are coming back to life.
And you have some wicked gun to shoot them with, right?
Yeah, and you also, actually this is kind of early in the game, but you also get like a ton of vampire powers because you're bitten by a vampire, and so as you progress through the game, you're kind of slowly turning into one.
So
cool.
What is the, now they sent me like some kind of comic book around this. They turned this into a comic book, right? It wasn't a comic book before the game. Do you know anything about that?
I know nothing about that.
No, it was not a comic book first.
It was not a comic. They just made a special one for the game.
Yeah.
It was a good comic book. We should give that away as well. So you got a couple different levels you're going to show us today. This one we're looking at first person.
This is in a graveyard, and the reason I chose this one is just because I have this crossbow, which it's like the sticky bombs in Halo, where you can like stick explosives onto these guys, or you can just miss every single time. There we go.
Now, one of the things I was watching you do earlier, you were on horseback, right? You were on horseback and you're riding.
Yeah, as far as I know, there's only like 1 or maybe 2 levels like that in the game. But
for the most part, it's all first person.
Yeah, most of it's just first person, and it's real like run and gun stuff. There's very little strategy.
Now, Justin, you were saying that the melee attacks in this are super satisfying. Why don't you give us a show of that?
They're awesome. Okay, so this crossbow has 3 blades mounted on the front of it. So I just.
That looks pretty fierce.
Yeah,
you just in the face.
Yeah, you hack guys to pieces with like every attack, and every gun has it.
Now, this is one of the first builds we've actually gotten of this game, right? And it's just like a very early preview build.
It's kind of early. It's basically this demo. What it does, it features an unlockable mode from the finished game called Gunslinger, which basically lets you play any level from the game. Just to rack up like the best score you can, that kind of stuff. And we've got about 9 or 10 levels on this build, I think, but there's more than that in the finished game.
There's actually a lot of questions about some of the multiplayer stuff. What can you tell us about the multiplayer?
You know, we haven't had a chance to look at it multiplayer yet. I think it's going to support 8 players, but yeah, we haven't seen any levels or anything like that yet, so I don't know a whole lot, I'm afraid.
That's so there's lots of zombies and there's lots of vampires. Are there Wolfmens? Are there Frankensteins? Are we getting the whole Universal movie classic monsters in here or anything, or what?
There's not a whole lot. I mean, it's actually there's some other weird stuff. There's like some real huge. I think they're called like leech. They're called like leeches or something. They're these giant, round, kind of waddling vampires that they've eaten too much blood, so they just kind of waddle around.
You want to
actually? Yeah, I'm going to skip to another level right now.
While you do that, can I shoot a question your way?
Sure.
It looks like a long, hard one, so bear with me.
Okay.
This one comes from Thomas Blythe out of Wimberley, Texas. He wants to know, is the fact that your character is a vampire an important part of the gameplay, or just story? That's his first part of the question. You want to answer that one first?
Yeah, sure. No, it's really important because, as I said, you get all different abilities as you progress through the game. There's stuff, like, most of them just make your attacks or your defense more powerful, but also you can, like, double jump, or you have, like, these weird vision modes where you can see like bad guys and objectives. They kind of stand out a lot more prominently, and also as you progress through the game you get chances to choose like good or evil actions, and that's basically whether you choose to embrace the fact that you're becoming a vampire, so you get like evil abilities, or you're trying to fight it and you get like good abilities.
That's cool. So did you actually get on people and like bite their neck and all that?
Oh yeah, yeah, totally.
That's awesome. If the vampire abilities, if I can answer the rest of the question.
Sure.
If there are vampire abilities, what kind of cool stuff will we get to do? You talk a little bit, is there anything else beyond that?
Not that I've seen, actually. It's mostly like, you get things like, actually I've got one now, I don't know if I haven't got enough energy to activate it, but like Silver Bullet I've got, that's, I guess that's a good ability, and that's when you activate it, it just makes all of your ranged attacks like way more powerful. And I can take these guys' heads off anyway, so.
You're a pretty good shot with that sniper rifle.
I wasn't always a writer.
That's the cow that's laying on the ground, right?
No, I didn't do that.
Right.
That wasn't me.
That's awesome. So, when can we actually see more of the game? When are you expecting it to come out? Do you know?
Man, you've asked me now. I'm not sure. It's come out like the next couple months, I think, because I'm pretty sure we've received a new build in the office now, which I haven't played yet.
Jeff, what did you say?
August 15th.
Thank you, sir.
There we go.
That is the answer to that. So from what you've seen so far, though, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm really liking this game. Like, yeah, it's like every time I've seen it, it's just looked better and better. And I haven't seen the latest build yet, so
excellent.
It's cool.
Well, right on. I think we're going to move on now, and we're going to talk a little about, I think, Euphoria. Is that right?
Yeah. Speaking of The Walking Dead, we just yesterday sent a bunch of people down to Los Angeles for the G4ia 2005 awards.
Yeah, and they all just got back. They look like The Walking Dead. It must have been a late night. That whole thing was a pretty big party from the sound of it.
Yes, G Unit was there.
The G Unit?
G Unit.
Damn.
Perhaps you've heard of them.
I have.
All sorts of celebrities, but then there was also games, dude. Can you believe that? Games.
And celebrities.
Games and celebrities. What more do you want?
Nothing.
So
I don't nothing.
So they actually let us go and play a bunch of these games at this event. The G4 isn't actually supposed to air until
it's August
9th.
9th, yeah.
So you get a little sneak peek. We actually have a little video package that my man Tyler cut together to give you a little sneak peek of the whole thing.
Yeah,
so check it out.
Check it out. Last night, G4 TV held the taping for its 3rd annual Gaming Awards ceremony, G4ia, at the Los Angeles Center Studios in Southern California. With over 500 people in attendance, along with a number of celebrities and gaming industry personalities, the event was well received by all. With awards spanning over 20 different categories, G4 TV seemed content to let the winners take the side stage, providing more of a party atmosphere with live music, food, drink, and plenty of games to play. High-profile game publishers such as Nintendo, Sony, Electronic Arts, and a few others had preview builds of their games on display, allowing the attendees to experience them firsthand. While the taping of last night's awards won't be airing on the G4 network for 2 weeks, the winners have already been released to the public. Nevertheless, be sure to tune into the show on August 9th to see how it all went down in its entirety.
Very cool. You got a sneak peek of a lot of games there. If you check out the site right now on the front page, there's a link. You can go and check out all of our coverage of G4ia. We've got hands-on previews of like Guitar Hero and Fear and Mario Kart DS, and I believe even a couple of 360 games.
Yeah.
Full Auto was there. I believe Need for Speed Most Wanted was there.
Condemned was there.
Condemned was there. We got a whole bunch of stuff. Check it out on the site, and don't forget to watch the show itself. The actual G4ia Awards, August 9th.
Yeah.
Very cool. Now we've got my man Ryan McDonald, the other Ryan, over there with Brian Ekberg. And what have you got?
We've got MotoGP 3, and what can you tell? Because like you hit the site and you type in MotoGP 3, and it's weird because it's came out like a year ago or something for the PS2, but we're looking at the Xbox version there. Right?
Well, actually, I think you may be thinking of a different series. There's a Namco series that is actually working on its 4th entry in the series. This is the THQ MotoGP series.
This is Climax, right?
This is Climax Motorsports, and it's exclusively for the Xbox. And the other series is exclusively for the PS2. Actually, I think this one's coming out on PC as well. But it sort of made its mark on the Xbox a couple years ago with MotoGP 2, which is a really well-liked game. And actually, the original Xbox Live demo disc had the original MotoGP online, which was sort of the coolest thing you could do. Back when Xbox Live first debuted, one of the coolest things you could do was play MotoGP online for free. Basically, it came with the deal. So
you kind of can't beat that, huh?
No, it was great. I don't know why they don't do more free stuff like that, but yeah, it was definitely cool. Definitely, and it sort of made the game's reputation from that demo alone.
So what do we have here? How has it evolved?
Well, with the 3rd game, they've added a whole new mode. I mean, you still have the same Grand Prix races that cover all the MotoGP circuits,
Is this the extreme mode you're talking about?
Yeah, this is extreme mode. This is brand new for the series. What it does is the MotoGP series, the real life MotoGP series, takes place all over the world, countries like South Africa and the Middle East and everywhere. And
where are you racing here for?
This is actually, I believe, Portugal, I want to say.
Oh.
And what they've done in extreme mode is sort of taken the flavor of those countries and created these fictional tracks based on, you're in Amsterdam, you'll see windmills, and you're in Japan, you're in Tokyo, you're racing downtown. This is, I believe, Portugal, and it's actually one of my favorite tracks in the extreme mode. There's actually 3 classes of bikes you can race in extreme mode, 600, 1000, and 1200 cc. And then when you want to race the actual Grand Prix bikes, you're actually racing actual MotoGP tracks that exist in real life. These are all fictional.
So now, how far off are we from when it's going to actually come out?
I believe it's about a month away, and this build is pretty complete. They actually had a lot of the online features that sort of make this game as fun as it is. Already in place, we got to check it out. Actually, Justin and I were playing it with it just last week, and it's got a lot of really cool online features that a lot of fun to play with. Some of the cool things you can do are instead of having to wait in a lobby for your race to start, you can actually sort of go in and peek at another person's race and sort of scout everyone out. You can see from their point of view how they race and how they attack the course. It's pretty cool. Actually, one of the coolest things is that in the career mode that the game has, you can either choose to take on the AI in the game, or you can take every race in your career online and take on real opponents for every race in your career. So if you sort of run out of challenge that way, you can definitely take on real opponents, and it'll stay challenging, and that's what gives the game its great replay value.
Now, Brian, you maybe not be getting a great feel for this from watching the video here, but for people that are new to the series, this is more of a simulation than it is like an arcade-style racer. Is that right? I
think it's actually it goes both ways. The game isn't that tough once you get used to it. They give you a lot of ways to set up your controller. It's really flexible in that way, and it's sort of pretty approachable. But as you bump up the AI, things are going to certainly get more tough. And there's a lot of different ways you can tweak your bike, and sometimes that can make things more difficult. And certainly when you take it online, the difficulty really steps it up, because there's a lot of people online that are really good at this game. And if you want to improve your ranking, you're going to be going up against some really great drivers.
I think you guys actually got some questions over.
I've got some questions here from Marco in San Francisco. He wants to know, will you be able to put upgrades onto your motorcycle? You just answered yes. If yes, what kind of upgrades?
There's actually a couple of different ways you can upgrade your bike. You can upgrade your created driver, and you can upgrade things like braking and acceleration, basic things like that. But you can also really upgrade your bike as well. And in extreme mode, you can buy new parts, new brakes, new engine, more powerful engines and things like that. And there's also a lot more tweaking you can do with the career mode from race to race. There's just a lot of options you can tweak that I don't think you could do gear ratios in MotoGP 2, but you can definitely do it in MotoGP 3. So that's a pretty cool option for this year.
Looking very cool. Looking like a good upgrade for the series.
Absolutely.
Do you have any more questions? I have a ton that just poured in.
Go ahead, knock them out. Stack hard.
This comes from Chris out of San Jose. Is this much? He wants to know. He says that is it much as a simulator as a PS2 version? It appears much more arcade style. You were talking about that earlier.
Then again, these are two different series. The Namco series MotoGP 4 has a different feel. This is really you can pick up and play and be pretty competitive right away in this game. And as I said, it does ramp up in difficulty the further you get. The Namco series, which we actually just did a preview of, it's a little bit more difficult right out of the box. I think there's a little bit more concentration on how much the tires slip as you go through corners, but I would say this game is probably a bit more approachable right out of the box.
The whole like crazy wave and heat thing is awesome.
Yeah, I believe this is Fakisa in South Africa, and they have this track is probably in the middle of the summer, and it's really hot and looks really great. And there's another new track called Losail International, which is actually out of Qatar in the Middle East, and it's got the same effect. It looks like you're right in the middle of the desert. It's pretty neat.
Right on. I'm going to throw it back over to you guys with actually a question that I believe is for you, noticing what is on your arm. This comes in from a gentleman by the name of Nut out of Oslo, Norway. Is that binary code on your arm, by the way?
Yeah, that is what that is. It's a little off topic, but yeah, that's the little binary tattoo I've got there. I'll give you a little look, and then if you can figure out what it says, I'll give you $100.
Well, there you go.
No, you won't.
But
I don't even have $100.
All right, yeah.
Well, thanks.
Because I know what it says. I'll take the $100.
Thanks again for coming by, Brian, and showing us the game.
Thanks for having me.
It looks pretty good.
All right.
So what do we got next, you guys? We got a whole bunch of cool stuff, right?
We've got a trailer.
We got a little, keeping with the racing theme, right?
Yeah.
We start off sticking with the racing theme, that's right. Earlier this week, Microsoft released a new trailer for Project Gotham Racing 3 for the Xbox 360.
That's hot.
And we have a super, ultra, really awesome high-res trailer of it on the site. And why don't we just show it to them?
Yeah, take a look at it now.
next, are we?
Cars, that looks cool. Those are some cool looking cars.
Those are very cool looking
cars. But
cars.
I couldn't help but be distracted. This whole MotoGP 4, MotoGP 3 thing is still making me crazy.
I'm with you on this. It's why won't
just
THQ
one of them
back down?
It's just this game of chicken.
I don't know how can they
everyone.
both get away with that?
Change one to MotoGP Superbiking.
How are they allowed to do that? I don't even understand how they can
They're
both
both
say
licensed.
that.
The MotoGP is a license.
Well,
so
then
when you get it, it's just they're just using the license.
Here you go, just MotoGP. Did it just give it out to everyone? Can I get the MotoGP license?
I think you have it. You were responsible for the N-Gage games, I thought.
Oh, that'd probably be why they were so good.
Yeah.
But you know what? The one thing that Project Gotham Racing, bringing it back on topic, the one thing that trailer was missing, killers.
Yeah.
So we've also happened to have another Xbox 360 trailer.
Double up, son.
Just stacking them up, one on top of the other, for Frame City Killer.
I want to see this.
Let's watch it. Let's watch the killing.
Yeah.
Imagine me with you as I hold you too.
We need to find cover and regroup. Let's go.
Know that I'll always keep you inside my heart.
Frame City Killer.
Those are some cool looking glasses that guy had.
Yes, they definitely were. Do you realize we have on the set over here though?
What do you got over there?
Please.
Paintball. We got a paintball game.
All right. What's the name of your happy little paintball game?
Let me see if I can get this right.
Yes.
It's Greg Hastings Tournament Paintball Maxed.
Max.
MAX apostrophe.
Can you get a shot on that title screen, actually?
The apostrophe is for extreme.
Yes. That is where it's at.
So Greg Hastings Tournament Paintball actually came out last year, and it was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess there's a little bit of backstory because, we got this paintball game last year, and we reviewed it, and it was good. Who knew?
Yeah, it's no extreme paint brawl.
Indeed. But what is, really?
Right.
But, so the original game was pretty good, and now they're back with the sequel this year.
Cool.
Maxed, so... Yeah, and we're taking a look at it here.
Now
pull up my imaginatively named That's my profile.
So of course, this is very similar to a lot of first-person shooters we played. It's just
Yeah. I mean, it plays a lot like, just a regular first-person shooter. It's actually really tactical because, as per the rules of paintball, you can take one shot and you're dead.
So
it's actually like higher risk than a real shooter.
You're not dead. You're marked.
Sorry. Okay, you're eliminated. Whatever.
He's not playing Counter-Strike, man.
No, apparently not. But so I'm gonna jump into a match here.
Excellent. What are you gonna show us? Is a match between? They have famous teams in here. Are they actual professional teams, or are they?
Yeah, actually, if you watch that intro, they had like real video of some professional paintballers. Apparently, people get paid to play paintball, so I guess they're in here.
I'm in the wrong business, man.
Yeah, man, we got to get out of here.
So actually, one
games.
of the new features in Maxed is you got this kind of tactical display before you start a match, where you can basically select like what your teammates are going to do. Your AI guys. You can kind of set sort of like waypoints, so you can just tell them where to go.
Do they just hit there and like kind of just camp out?
Yeah. Well, they'll follow the path and kind of try to take out guys in between. So I'm just going to jump on into the match here.
Okay. You got the little border showing your little goggles on.
Yeah, it's all like Metroid style.
kind of cool.
So yeah, I mean, you can see this is like a real shooter. It's not, just because it's paintball, it's not like it's not all silly.
So how the AI is supposed to be pretty cunning in this.
It is. I mean, you have to, like I said, you can take one shot and you're out of the game. So you have to be real careful what you do. Can't leave your back open. It's got an interesting leaning mechanic where you can switch the side of your gun, and that determines how you lean. So like you can do like this, lean around this corner, or you can actually even set your lean upward and then do like that. So yeah, you have to be real careful what you're doing, and you start out with a fresh profile. Your skills are pretty low, so like my accuracy is, excuse me, pretty low right now. So I could actually have a guy in my sights and not hit him if I'm too far away. So
we'll just run out there. Let's see what happens.
All right, I'm being a little squeamish
Totally,
here.
yeah, make it happen.
Come on, do or die, Brad.
All right,
I played paintball, and you do not play the way you're playing. And I'm sure Mr. Hastings would make you run.
The Greg Hastings?
Totally. While he's running to get shot, can I ask Jeff a question real quick?
Hit me.
It comes in from Martin out of Trondheim, Norway. He wants to ask if you can give that GameSpot WAP address again for the PSP action.
Sure, it's wap.gamespot.com. That's wap.gamespot.com.
And while you're trying to get this guy on your paintball tip, I'm going to ask you a question from Cyril Lachelle. He wants to know, does it have... his paintball movie. Apparently, William Shatner has a paintball movie, according to Cyril.
He had like a show that he was hosting.
Really? But he's not involved in
I don't know a thing about that. That sounds like some kind of Twilight.
So you should have asked him. He was at G4 just yesterday.
He was. He actually presented a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh, cheat, man. The cheat meter's up. Oh.
So that's one of the cool things that I remember from the first one is the cheat meter is that if you're out of sight or when you trigger that, you can actually wipe paint off yourself if you get shot.
Oh, wow.
But if you get caught, if you're too far off, there it is.
Oh, great.
You weren't
you got
fast enough on
yeah.
it.
Oh, your team was skunked, bro.
Totally skunked.
To wakeboarding or something.
While you get something else going here, I got a question from Marco out of San Francisco, local guy.
Again,
right.
Marco, that's 2 for 2.
Oh, really? Can you play with friends online versus another team?
Yeah, it's got. Well, the first game had pretty solid Xbox Live support, so obviously they're looking to do that again. This one actually has split screen. The last one didn't. So. Oh
wow.
So you can play with people offline.
Is it 2, 4? Do you know?
I'm not sure actually.
Okay.
I would assume 4. I would hope. But.
I don't know. I got another question from Adam out of Pinellas Park, Florida. He wants to know who are some of the artists in the soundtracks. You by chance know?
Yeah, it's weird. Actually, Be Real from Cypress Hill is kind of like heading up the soundtrack. So you'll hear him in here. I think Linkin Park is involved. A bunch of contemporary bands and stuff.
But music they're creating just for the game?
That I'm not sure about.
Gotcha.
Is it Cypress Hill paintball track? Is that what?
Don't you know he's loco?
I've heard.
I think that sounds great. Yes, that is good. That was not the answer.
Producing a soundtrack to a paintball game. That is what I want out of life.
Well, now you got it, Jeff.
All right.
This is a great question. I can actually. Well, I guess I can't because I haven't actually played this game very much at all. But Dan out of Fairview Heights, Illinois, wants to know how are the autocockers versus electro guns compared to their real life counterparts? If you ever played paintball, my friend.
Yeah.
I know what that means, so I can explain it. Maybe you can tell me.
Please.
So the autocockers for electro guns. So like they actually do have these things that have these. They call them hoppers, and the hoppers feed the paintballs in.
Right,
and there's electric versions that actually feed them in.
Okay.
Is there any difference between that or or does it get into that kind of crazy?
Well, you do get new equipment as you play. Like as you go through the tournament ladder, you can, I guess, build up your fortune and get better paintball stuff. So I would certainly hope that it speeds up your reloading and that sort of thing.
That's awesome.
I haven't actually won a tournament yet, so I can't answer that definitively.
Keep on reaching for the stars, Brad.
I'm trying.
Can you do there's actually a couple questions asking you. Apparently, customization in paintball is big, so people want to know: can you customize the logos and stuff on your guns? Can you do any kind of stuff like that?
I'm not sure about that actually.
All right.
I would hope so. I mean, you can tell obviously there are a lot of logos on the guns. Like each guy on your team has different graphics, different decals or whatever. So.
Now, Brad, I used to be a pretty mean shot with a paintball gun. I could hit a stop sign or a basketball hoop on a house at 40 miles an hour out the window of a car. Is any of that in here?
I don't.
Paintballs and shoot them off of
modes.
I don't think there are any illegal obstacle courses or anything, but who knows?
That's awesome.
Now, are we going to have more on this on the site soon? What are we?
Yeah. I mean, we've got this build in the office, so you can look for some more preview coverage in the near future.
Do we know a release date?
It's out in the fall. I don't know that they've locked down an
fall. Q4.
When games come out.
The fall.
Perhaps when it does come out, we can get back the game and you on the show and get some multiplayer on with people at home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool deal, man. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
So, what do we got next, you guys?
Next up, we've got. What was it? Was it last weekend? We had this Delta Force Black Hawk Down launch event, and we were able to get someone there to infiltrate it and take some footage of it. And
sounds like it was a party.
It sounds like some kind of party. So here, check out this Black Ops party.
Delta Force, baby.
Check it out.
This is a pre-launch event, a competition. There are about 50 people in Blockbusters around the country that are playing across the internet through Xbox Live Delta Force Black Hawk Down, a game that has not yet been released. So these are the only people in the world who've played this game. We had a competition tonight. The winner from Cincinnati, Ohio, won about $5,000 worth of computers and monitors and peripherals and all kinds of good stuff.
It's huge because the event itself is it's big. I mean, normal events aren't like this anywhere. So the fact that we got radio promos going, we've got satellite hookups going on, that Game Rush was able to do this with our partner and friends, it's awesome. It's awesome. And the game itself, again, being 50 players online at once, is the first game of its kind.
My involvement with Black Hawk Down is I'm basically one of their subject matter experts, and they hired me and a couple other individuals to come in so we can show them the little inaccuracies that are normally involved in video games. We make this game as accurate as possible. I was actually on the ground on the 3rd and 4th of October and was an Army Ranger. And so by bringing us in, that helps add validity to the game and allows us to make it as real as possible, but yet stay within the confines of telling, a story through a video game. Why should people play this video game, or why? I think, for every person that plays a video game that doesn't know, the story, maybe it'll have them read the book or watch the movie to gain a little bit of knowledge and kind of help people understand what's going on with our troops in Iraq right now, because it's a similar situation.
So yeah.
And we're back. Ain't no party like a Blockbuster party. On account of a Blockbuster party?
Yeah.
Does not stop.
That makes sense.
Indeed.
Very cool stuff. What else we got? We got DVD update. Do we have anything more? Ryan, we got anything else to say about the DVD?
It's funny because I was actually just typing somebody. I was hoping they could give us the answer. I was looking for it before we came on. It's been crazy without Rich and Homer here right now, to be honest. So it's like we're going as fast as we can. But yeah, if any news comes in the next 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I will tell you.
Totally awesome. So
that's how live
we stands, but as of the moment, no updates on international shipping.
I know that they did want to have the answer for us by the time we went live today. So I'm checking.
So it sounds like it's close then.
Yeah,
so we're working on it.
The thing that I was telling them, I was like, dude, whatever. If you guys don't have something for me, I'm going to tell them to send me checks in the mail, and I will do it over the weekend or something.
Send me checks in the mail, dude. I'll totally just send them to my attention. Whatever you got, cash.
Doubloons.
Yeah, if you got
Kruger
goods and services, anything you got, send it here to my attention. I will take it and I will spend it.
Excellent.
Speaking of goods and services, we do have some people that want some goods, right?
We from last week we gave away some cool little sticker and pin packages from Comic-Con for Alien Hominid, and we have winners. Those winners are Peter Robow of Florida and Joshua Sims of Kentucky. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Yeah, so if you know those guys, go to their house and jack them.
Because they're going to be getting some cool stuff pretty soon. And we have other cool stuff to give away here.
Oh, dude, this week.
Okay,
so bananas.
So this is going to be good. This is a good answer. If you are living in the UK and you haven't been able to get your DVD through EB yet, here's one way that you can get one. Jeff?
Right here, dude.
We're giving
away 3 copies.
We're just going to give away 3 copies of the DVD right here.
So, yeah, answer the trivia question. If you're from one of the areas that we're not currently servicing, big opportunity.
There you go. Big win for you.
Yeah, big win for everybody. Yeah. So, what question are they going to have to answer this time?
So the trivia question, which you will fill out your full name, your mailing address, and the answer to the trivia question in the form below me right here. Just scroll down a little bit. Scroll down a little bit, and you'll see the area, what I'm talking about, and put in the answer to this question. What was the name of the E3 documentary for last year's GameSpot E3 DVD set?
Yes, that documentary had a name. What is that name?
What is the name of the 2004 E3 documentary, GameSpot E3 documentary? Fill it out. Full name, mailing address, answer to the trivia question right down below. You win yourself some free DVDs.
this 6-disc set of hours and hours of entertainment, all the hottest games that were at E3, and of course, if you don't win the trivia contest, you can always go to the site, and provided you're not one of the areas that we're looking to service, you can order this right now, and you can have it in your home tomorrow.
You can go to ebgames.com, you can pick it up,
and,
20 bones or 15 if you're GameSpot Complete member. It's a deal, 6 discs, that's like nothing.
That's a lot of discs.
It's a lot of discs.
You know what there was a lot of also that I was going to surprise you guys with, but once again, I didn't have time before the show.
What's that?
We did the 1-800 number. Can we actually get the graphic up there and show people what that number is again, and we'll actually say
the 800 number. So this is a number that people can actually call in to
Yes.
ask us questions for the show.
Totally. It's like
This number right down there, 877-506-8324.
That is correct.
It doesn't spell anything. I sat and stared at a phone for a while thinking, this has to spell something. Nope.
So call it up and leave your GameSpot Complete name, your username, and then ask whatever questions it is that you have for us. And
or if
then
you have any comments or questions or
comments,
anything at all.
questions, you want to sing us a little song, you got a rap song about Ryan McDonald that you've written, spit it to us over the phone. We want to hear it.
That's actually really funny because there are a couple songs on there.
Fantastic.
Believe it or
Hot.
not. The best one, though, and the one I was going to surprise you guys with today, but I'll save it for like next week. And if you're watching, and I can't remember your name, I'm sorry. A gentleman called, and he was basically demanding that Jeff get more airtime. He was like, Jeff needs to have, Jeff. And
Wasn't me, dude.
no, yeah, and he was awesome. Like,
Was it you with the voice modulator on?
Put Jeff on the air more.
Of course, he's right. So
we read his mind and we got him on the
Totally.
air.
That's right.
So I think that's about what we got for the show this week.
Yeah, we had a great show for
Great show this week. And we also have a little sneak peek of what we're going to have next week. So check it out.
Take a look.
Join us next week when we'll visit the Chicago Museum of Science's Game On exhibit and run up our long-distance bills as we talk to Homer live from Tokyo for the latest on the Japanese gaming scene. Of course, we'll also have answers to your questions, a few giveaways, and a ton of surprises ready for you live and on the spot. All right, that's what we got coming up next week. I want to thank everyone for joining us. I want to thank the crew for hooking us up. I want to thank Justin. I want to thank Brian. I want to thank Brad. And I want to thank all of you for watching us here live and on the spot.
Word.